Good morning, guys. It's hump day, and we are going to get into our full body high tempo workout. And today we're going to be focusing on the core using the kettlebell and your body weight. So all you need today is a little bit of space, 2 meters by 2 meters, and then you are good to go once you got your kettlebell nearby as well, or equivalent. So it's your kettlebell or kettlebell equivalent, bag of books, water bottles, whatever it is. I'm just going to mute myself here because I don't want to listen to myself, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't. But right, so if you are anywhere in the world, give us a shout. Let us know how you're getting on, and we have the chat window open behind the camera. So if you have any problems, any questions, any queries at any point, stick them in the chat. If you're watching this on record, that's cool. Stick it in the comment section below, and we'll be able to get to you as soon as we can. So we'll just let a few more people come in. I see the numbers coming up. And once we're all set up, we'll get going into our 4 Tabatas today. So just to reiterate, all you need today is your kettlebell or equivalent and some floor space, say 2 meters by 2 meters, and you're good to go. Hey guys, come on in. All right, we're going to get into our warm-up now in a couple of seconds. Again, any problems, any questions, any queries, just throw them in the chat window. I'll be able to see them pop up on the screen behind. And if I don't know the answer, I will make up a convincing lie. Yeah. Not very convincing. Okay, cool. Right, give yourself a bit of space. Let's get into our warm-up. So we're going to start with Russian baby makers. We're going to go feet shoulder width. We're going to drop into a squat through the hips. At the bottom of the squat, push those knees out with the elbows. Hook your fingers under the toes. Keeping your fingers under the toes. Raise the hips nice and high. Stretch the hamstrings, lower back and glutes. And then sit yourself down into that squat again. Push the knees out with the elbows. 3 seconds. And then we raise our hips nice and high again. So every 3 seconds or so, we're transitioning between hips high and hips low. And at the bottom of that squat, really aggressively drive those knees out with the elbows. So we'll be doing a Tabata format. So that's 20 seconds on, high tempo, 10 seconds off, rest. We're going to do 4 Tabatas back to back. It's 4 minutes each Tabata, so you get that extra minute for free this morning. Okay, so from here, we're now going to walk out into a plank position. We're going to bring our right foot forward, plant it beside our right hand. You can drop your left knee to the floor. Big rotation on that torso with the arm, up and around. Bring the hand back down, and then we change. Bring that left foot forward beside the left hand, and then it's a big arm rotation. You might get a few clicks and cracks on the back. That's okay. That's just the ligaments returning back to their normal position. So every 3 to 4 seconds, we're changing between left and right. Trying to get as much of a rotation through that spine as possible. That's it, nice work. So again, take your time. Just bring that body up to temperature. Where I am in the world, it's pretty warm right now. Still got to mobilize. Okay, so from there, we're now going to transition into a bridging. So on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Driving the hips skyward through the heels. We're going to get a nice stretch on the hip flexors, on the quads at the top. And we're also going to get the hamstrings and glutes working to drive those hips up into the sky. So at the moment, we're going with 2 heels on the floor. And we are now going to remove 1 leg off the floor and drive off the heel 3 times. That's remaining. And then switch legs. Drive off the heel 3 times on the remaining leg. And then switch back. Keep that going. Every 3 reps, you're changing between left and right. And you're going to feel that hamstring and glute working independently to drive your body weight skyward. Just warming up those hamstrings, warming up those glutes, making sure they're mobile. Also getting a little stretch on the quad and hip flexor. So the first set of exercises we're going to go into are kettlebell swings and then high plank, shoulder tap, hip tap. So that's going to be holding the high plank, tap your shoulder, tap your shoulder, tap your hip, tap your hip. And keeping the hips as steady as possible throughout. Okay, so from there we're going to come up. We're going to go into some lunges. So standing tall, feet hip width. Take a big stride forward, drop the knee to the floor, squeeze the abs, push through the sole of the foot, stand back up tall again. Take your time, still the warm up. That's it. So while you're doing this, have your water nearby. Small quick sips during the 10-second breathers. Stay rigid on the timing. Get the full 20 seconds done. push yourself to the maximum of your technique's ability. So if your technique starts to break down, then you know you need to scale it back. Either you need to slow down the tempo slightly, or you need to lighten the load, or you need to reduce the range of movement. But either way, you need to push yourself to the maximum of your ability during the 20 seconds. Okay, so get yourself set. We're gonna get going. Just wanna get my tunes all set up, because the tunes I'm using are the ones that I use to keep time. All right, we're gonna start with our kettlebell swings, and then we're into a high plank, shoulder, shoulder, hip, to the 20 seconds. Okay, kettlebell swings. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So driving that floor down, squeezing the abs, standing tall. Shoulder blades are back, and you are never pushing your hips across the room. You're standing rigidly up to attention. Exhale as you stand up tall, squeeze those abs. 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're gonna go into a plank position, high plank on the hands, directly beneath the shoulders. Shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. Keep those hips steady. And let's go. Shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. Keep that process going. Keep the hands directly beneath the shoulders. Use the whole palm of that hand. Squeeze those abs to maintain stability. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Up we get, back to our swings. Use that 10 seconds when you got it. 3, 2, 1, swing it. Aggressively exhale. Squeeze the abs when you do. Keep the shoulders back. Stand tall. Chest is popped out at all times. And rest. Bell down. High plank, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. 2, 1, let's go. Keep those hips as steady as possible. And don't freak out if you miss the tempo or you miss a hip. Just keep moving. The focus here is on the transverse abs. Key to a flat stomach. 2, 1, rest. Back up, we're halfway. We're into our third set of swings. Get yourself set. 2, 1, and swing. Whew. Okay, my heart rate's up now. Aim is to keep it there. Keep focusing on that technique. 3, 2, 1, rest. Bell down. Back to the high plank, round 3 on our shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let those hands fly, provided you can maintain steady hips. Don't let the hands go out in front of the face, or beyond the head, I should say. Keep them flat on the floor beneath the shoulders. 2, 1, rest. Up we get. Last set of swings. You're gonna miss them. Get as much out of this as you can. 3, 2, 1, let's swing. Stay with me, guys. As soon as we're finished this set of Tabatas, we're going into overhead lunges and Russian twists with the kettlebells, or the kettlebell, singular. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. High plank. Let's finish this off strong, and then we're into our overhead lunges. High plank. Let's go. Keep those abs tight. If we don't tighten the abs, the hips swing. Swinging hips do not allow your core to work. 2, 1, rest. Get your bell. Get your bell above your head. And let's lunge. I'm alternating my lunge. Keeping my abs tight to maintain my stability. and keeping my feet hip width apart. If you're struggling with the bell above your head, hold it on your chest. The aim is to get your knee all the way to the floor and rest. Hit the deck. You're gonna go Russian twists with the bell. Heels unlocked and on the floor. Lean back, let's go. Full rotation on the torso, not on the shoulders or the arms. The full torso twists. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! That's tough. Back to the overhead. I'm going on the other side now. And let's lunge. My aim is to get my knee to the floor with every rep and keep my feet a kettlebell width or a hip width apart at all times. Lunge like you're on train tracks, not a tightrope. Rest. Hit the deck. Russian twists. Lean back. Let's go. Keep the tempo high. Keep an eye on your technique. You have to quality control your own technique based on what you're hearing from me. Rest. Woo! Halfway through this one already. Get that bell back above your head. Let's lunge. So as you get tired, those 10-second breathers are going to start disappearing quicker. Stay honest. Stay rigid on your timing. Keep it to 10 seconds only. And rest. Hit the deck. Russian twists. Woo! Heavy breathing. And twist. Nice work, guys. Keep the focus on the abs, predominantly the obliques. That's your twisting core. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! Okay, last set of overhead. That bell up. And lunge. Constant checks on your technique. Are you holding the bell correctly? Are you holding yourself correctly? Are you getting full range of movement? Are you using everything at your disposal, i.e. the whole palm, the whole foot, all the abs? Rest. Russian twist to finish. Then we're into drop squat thruster. Lean back. Let's twist. So the next exercise, we're going to get up. We're going to have the bell on the chest, feet together. Feet are going to split into a shoulder width stance, and we're going to drop into a squat. When we come out of that squat, the bell goes above the head. And rest. Up. Get your bell on the chest, feet together, and drop. Squat, press, back together. Squat, press, back together. Nice work. Keep the feet shoulder width on the squat. Keep the toes out into a V. And rest. On your back, reverse crunch. Feet are going to the sky. Hands are on the floor beside your hips. Let's go. Drive those hips off the floor. Try not to swing the legs. Keep the focus on the lower abs. That's the belly button down. Woo! Don't be afraid to use the hands to get those hips off the floor. 3, 2, 1, up. Back to your drop squat into a thruster. Get that bell on the chest. And split and drop. Punch together. Split and drop. Punch together. Use the whole sole of your foot. Keep the knees out to the side. Squeeze those abs to maintain stability. Rest. Hit the deck. Reverse crunch. Hands on the floor beside your hips. Try not to swing the legs. 2, 1, let's go. Get those hips off the floor. Woo! Oh, there's the burn. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1, rest. Up. Round 3 on the drop squat thruster. Time flies when you're having fun. Woo! Feet together. Split and drop. Thruster. Back together. Split and drop. Thruster. Keep the tempo up. Nice work, guys. Woo! Rest. All right, here we go. Reverse crunch. Let's go. Hit those hips off the floor. Try not to swing the legs. It's difficult. Keep the focus on the abs. We got one more of each after this. Oh. Woo. Almost home. Okay, up we get. Grab your bell, feet together. Stand tall. Let's go. Squat it, thrust it together. Inhale as we drop. Exhale, squeeze the abs as you come up. Maintain posture on the shoulder blades. Rest. Hit the deck. Reverse crunch. We're going into alternate snatch after this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hips off the floor. Feet go straight up above the hips. They don't transition above the head. That's called a backwards tumble. We don't want that. We want to hit the lower abs. 2, 1, up. Alternating snatch. Get your bell, shoulder back, chest out. Let's go. Drive the floor away. Bell goes above the head. You can go 2 hands if you want, or alternating between left and right. But the key is maintaining that posture on the shoulder blades. Woo! We're going into side plank raises next. Bell down. All right, hit the deck. Side plank. We're going to raise the hips high and low. Let's go. Hips up, down, tip the floor, up, down, tip the floor. If you're struggling, put your top foot in front to make a wider base with your feet. We are focusing on the underside. So the transverse abs to the one side closest to the floor. And rest. Hope we get back to the bell. Alternate snatch or 2-hand snatch, up to you. Woo! Posture. Let's go. So it's the same posture as you had on your swing. Your shoulders are back, your chest is out, your head is up. You're keeping the abs tight in order to transfer energy from low to upper and protect that spine. Dropping back and rest. Onto the side plank. I'm going to go left side now. I went right side last time. Woo! Let's go. Hips up, down, tip. Get the range of movement high. Keep the head looking forward. Keep the hips pushed forward. Don't let your butt stick out the back. 2, 1, rest. Woo, we're halfway through already. Third round, alternate snatch. Woo. Let's lift. Explosive exhale as you push that floor away. Try not to use your hand on your knee. Keep the chest out, shoulders pinned, abs tight. 2, 1, rest. Woo! All right, back to my side plank on the right side. And hip raises, let's go. So after this, we're going into our last set of all snatch. And then after that, we're going into our last side plank. And that's your finish line. Keep moving. 3, 2, 1, rest. Up. Here we go, last time on the bell. You got this. Earn your rest. 3, 2, 1, snatch it. Remember with the snatch, you're never pulling the bell away from the floor, you're driving the bell away from the floor. Keep the tempo up. And rest. Bell away. Last 20 seconds. Side plank. It's cool down after this. And let's go. Focusing on those abs. Oh, transverse abs. The side closest to the floor. Love handle territory. Keep the head up. Keep the hips forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! All right. So, if you're one of those people who's been asking me, what do I do next? What I would suggest is that if you have time, get some cardio in now. So that means steady state cardio, going out, high tempo walk, a jog, cycle, a swim, wherever you are in the world, ski. Whatever gets your heart rate up, past the 65%, into the 70% zone for 20 minutes or longer will definitely stand to you after a workout like today. If you don't have time, that's cool. That's why we designed these short, sharp, to the point sessions that you can put together into a larger sequence. Stay here with me. We're going into our cool down. We're going to go into a passive hang. Feet nice and wide. Soften those knees. Put all the weight on your heels. Stick your butt out the back. Drop the hands to the floor. So there's a lot went through the hamstrings and glutes. So you should feel a little bit of relief on the lower back, on the hamstrings, and also from the butt cheeks up and over the hips. And every time we exhale, we relax through the shoulder sockets and relax through the shoulder blades and just let the body go a little bit more ragdoll with every exhale. So breathe and sink, and don't ever push yourself into a stretch. Just sink into the stretch passively. We're going to hold this another 10 seconds. And just what we're doing here is we're just letting the body come to a stop after the session. Whew. Now I'm starting to sweat because I didn't have time during the last 16 minutes. Okay, so from here, turn my toes to the right, drop my left knee onto the floor. My right foot is in front, my foot is flat on the floor. My two hands or elbows are on top of my knee, and I'm just tipping my knee forward like a throttle. I'm feeling that stretch come on my hip flexor and keeping my front foot fully on the floor. If my heel starts to raise, just move it another inch or two further forward to maintain the full flat surface in contact. And then I'm also getting a little bit of a stretch on the hamstring on the front leg and the butt cheek on the front leg. And the aim, just like the hang, is to exhale and fall into the stretch. Don't ever push into the stretch, just fall into the stretch and breathe. And every exhale, we fall and relax the shoulder blades and become more and more ragdoll, which allows the muscles just to stretch out, elongate, more surface area covered by the blood, more lactic acid, more CO2 removal, better repair on the tissue. Okay, and very slowly, let's change other side. So I'm going to put my right knee on the floor, left foot is in front. Got a gap because you don't want to lunge like you're on a tightrope. I've covered that today already. We're just going to tip that knee forward and then let the body weight just fall forward along with it. Breathe, 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 breathe. In through nose. Exhale and more ragdoll. Feel that exaggerated stretch come on the hip flexor more and more with every exhale. And the hamstring stretch you're going to get as well. And the glute stretch. So the next time you see us live will be Saturday morning, 9 a.m. That's Dublin time. So wherever you are in the world, just check out our YouTube channel. The link is going to be on the homepage, and it'll give you a countdown of when the actual session kicks off, and give you a reminder as well if you don't want to miss it. If you do and you can't make the actual live time, that's cool. The link is always going to be there so you can catch up at any time that suits you. If you're watching on record, let us know how you got on with a comment below. Till then, guys, have a good day. Hump day, box ticked. You're starting on a high. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you later.